and the foyer is pretty big. The cool thing about this, Eric, is I actually can move around. So let me see if I can turn this around for you guys so you can actually see what I see. And yeah, as you can see, this place is fairly big, man.
It is
So
big.
social
It's empty today.
social
Are
interact.
they open yet?
Yeah, they're open.
I have never
Well,
seen that place. So
I might break up, guys. If I break up, I'm so sorry, but I have to show you. This is awesome. So in here, in this location, they have a seating for church in there, and then there's seating all over this place. And then there's a whole porch right here where you can come and enjoy everything and everybody and just relax. Something so simple but yet so beautiful. And I'll even walk outside, guys. Look at this is on scene right here. So here's the big building getting built, and then you have the surrounding area, and Gringo's Tacos down right here. So this is the spot right here.
I love it. I love it. I keep seeing your hands pop out of the video, and I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty.
And say that one more time, Eric.
I said keep seeing your hands pop out of in front of the video as you're pointing, and I feel like I'm playing a video game.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, first man view.
Yeah,
first man.
I felt like I was playing Call of Duty.
That's so funny. I haven't played that game in a long time, man.
Yeah,
so
me too. So what are you drinking? I lost your audio.
Oh, you can't see me?
No, I can hear you. Okay, good. So, hey, today is National Iced Tea Day. So tell me you are drinking an iced tea.
I wish I would have known, Eric. I will. Oh, sorry, Todd. I went around the corner to go. I should have brought you guys with me. I forgot Instagram, guys.
It's okay. A lot of people. It's okay, San Martin. A lot of people forget Instagram.
Anyways, guys, I forgot your Instagram. I'm so sorry, my friends. But Todd, I went out there to go show everybody where this location was. Sorry. One day I will get this right, guys. I promise you. But so check this out. Let's recap a little bit about what we do here and how we are doing it. Obviously, we are not a professional entity, but we are an effective entity that is actually trying to help our local area with local information that's coming out. We obviously want to come and try to give you guys what is happening and what has been happening here locally in the area. So, one time I said to myself, I don't know if I could actually prepare what we are wanting to talk because I never am capable of sounding like a robot. So I've been doing everything as ad-libs.
I do. I'll sound like a robot for you. I'm guessing you can see it. I didn't get a chance to send it to you this morning, but Arizona was on the cover of USA today.
And why is that, Eric?
Because the Arizona COVID-19 spread is alarming and action is needed immediately, experts say. So not for a good thing.
Oh, man, that's not a good thing at all.
That's not a good thing. Sure. That's not a good thing. I was not thrilled to wake up and see that this morning.
No, I really believe that is definitely not a good thing. But then again, if we think about these numbers and the things that were happening in the and I guess in the doctor world, it's something that we probably should look into because I feel like there's a lot of things that went down as well. And I know you have statistics, Eric, as far as being able to show people what has grown, what has depleted as far as deaths, injuries, sicknesses. Some of the crazy things have happened. And, the deaths of people going out and doing adventures, extravagance, adventure, whatever, that declined. So, Eric, have you checked out the numbers lately of?
I haven't. I know for like suicides and things like that, it's worse. I mean, so for mental health, this is not good. I mean, I know our mental health stuff went up. I still think driving stuff is down, but no, I'd be interesting to relook and see. It's crazy. This has been going on so long, San Martin. I think everybody forgets that it all started with toilet paper.
Yes. I know. I wish we could actually go back to the toilet paper days where that's all we had to really, really worry about. But as we go longer into this, we are also seeing, other things starting to pop up. But we also see a lot of good things that were popping up. Like pollution was going down. Crime rate as far as people going out there and going down.
Mm-hmm. And then we had a curfew which was lifted yesterday.
Yes. And so far, I think we're good. I mean, I don't know how actually what's going on, as far as like what's happening. But we'll see, Eric. I mean, ultimately, I still haven't. I still don't know if I have the antibody.
I
Uh,
want you
uh,
to go get that test and go film it.
yeah, yeah. Eric, I'm scared, man. Okay, so yesterday I seen on my newsfeed that uh, Android phones does now have the COVID-19 tracking app on it. It's saying though that you have to have an app from your local location, from your local the health
Yeah, county.
authorities here. So Yavapai Health Department
Yeah.
is going to be opening up an app, and you can go ahead and put it on your app. And if you go and read this, Eric, it is crazy. So
Yes.
what it does is like say, so I'm sitting in here in the porch. What it's going to do, it's going to collect everybody's Bluetooth code, and it's going to put it into my phone. And so every phone is going to be doing this. So it's going to be what they call
It's a token.
tokens.
Yeah.
It was going to take tokens. So each phone or each whatever is going to take these tokens, and what it ends up doing is it alerts you to let you know that there's somebody in this room that has COVID, or it also alerts you that you've been exposed to COVID, but it won't tell you where you got it from, who you were talking to, or whatever. But then what ends up happening is that then your phone wants to go ahead and alert everybody else that was around you that has this app. So I just acknowledged that yesterday, and just to make sure that I wasn't seeing things, I went to check it out myself, and sure enough, guys, it's there. But it's not.
Like the Apple phone's got the update and it says COVID tracking, but it's just an access to that technology within the phone. It doesn't actually track you or work unless you install the app.
Yeah, and that's what they say, but we already know that they're tracking us.
Well,
I
we
mean,
already know they're tracking absolutely everything, right?
it's something that we willfully would have to go ahead and initiate, but without seeing it actually giving us the notifications. You guys, I mean, just let's just be honest. You're still going to be tracked. Your GPS is on. Your phone is on. You're going to be tracked. So I mean, that type of stuff is actually happening, and it's kind of crazy because you could definitely like walk into a potential business and shut it down, man. It
Mhm.
will close down for freaking 14 days. And how many businesses can actually really thrive through that, especially as a
Especially
small
after
business?
just going through this whole thing, right? Where they shut half these businesses down.
Yeah. I mean, I was chatting about it yesterday. I feel really, really saddened because I feel like, my events are definitely not going to be there. And if I do bring my events back, I wouldn't even be able to make a profit because you would lose half of your capacity.
Well, think
And
about half. You saw the rodeo 25%.
that's a huge hit, man. That's a huge hit, and I don't know how anybody will bounce back from that because I know that brings millions of dollars of economic value every year, guys. So every time we have one of those events, it does good for the community as far as keeping the municipalities working, thriving, and doing their things for the roadways and for extra stuff. So um, it's a heartfelt deal, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
here we are.
On the bright side, tourism's still up. We're slammed. I mean, right now, just but with everything going on and news articles like that popping up, I'm hoping that doesn't change things. I'm hoping that people are safe and it doesn't discourage them from coming to Arizona just because of the situation.
Well, Eric, it was kind of crazy. I mean, yesterday, it feels like you could actually go and travel, stay away from people. I mean, it's really not that hard. Physical distancing is definitely easy to do, but once again, you got to understand that there's a lot of variables I feel that are happening.
And
But
I
then
saw your
again,
post last week looking to rent an RV, right? And
yeah,
this is not specific to Prescott, but it's nationwide. Demand for $100,000 plus RVs soar amongst the pandemic because people aren't flying, they're not going on their normal vacation spots, so they're buying RVs to go hit the road.
yes, and that's definitely happening. I seen that. I seen that was going to happen because a lot of I was talking to one of the councilmen for Yavapai County, and and he says that his wife was traveling to Durango, Colorado, and she was going to drive because he didn't want her to fly. So it's happening, and it's one of those things where it is what it is, and we already knew that the planes were kind of like the biggest interaction with multiple people, and I don't know about you, but every time I seen somebody or talked to anybody that came off of a plane and walked back out, they had done this deal where they would be sick for the following week. And I always thought it was because they had to sit in these planes that obviously, you know, that's your house. That's like going to school, man. There's so many germs. So, anyways, there's a lot of things that are going to be changing, Eric, and we're just going to have
And
to
so,
just sit
and
here.
I'd love to put. Have we heard any more about schools? I mean, we're waiting to hear. A lot of people, man. I'm watching your forums, and I've seen a lot of people that are saying they're going to have their kids homeschooled this year, or
Yeah,
online schooled, and they're out there pushing the online schools. And so, I just wanted to know if you've heard anything from Prescott or Chino or Prescott Valley. I guess it would be Dewey Humboldt School District. Anything as far as what their plans are besides
I
going back?
posted. I got one. I took a screenshot of one school. I think it's called the Willow Creek Schooling. It's not a government ran school, huh?
The charter school.
Yeah, it's a charter school. And so when I went to the charter school, I had I had I read the way that they're going to be handling it, and in it just really honestly they're there for their education and go home. That's basically what it comes down to. So there's no interaction, there's no group setting, there's no playing, there's no nothing really going on. But they're going to start this at the end of June. So they're going into the summertime, time to I mean, yeah, they're going during summer to finish their schooling up to keep up with education. So right now, I mean, even Ceci, don't mean to talk about the personal life, but she's putting her daughter, uh, and she hired a tutor so she could stay up to date with her reading and her mathematical skills because she lost pretty much half of her year, and going backwards and not keeping up with your education. You got to do something about it. So Ceci found a teacher of like 35 years that is out of work, and so she's just like, I'll pick this up. So people and teachers are doing that. And if you remember what we posted the other day, I think it was on Monday that we came out with it. In the things that Prescott Unified School District put out there, they ended up putting that that little I think it was a sentence obviously, and it is said that they have to compensate on what the other teachers are doing. And other teachers are just starting to acknowledge that nobody might not come back, and if they don't come back, then all that education and half the schooling is going to be gone, man. I mean, Prescott High School might has to go down to 50% of capacity, and what happens to the rest of the students? there's no there's no like say, or there's going to be I mean, no matter what, even if they are able to go to 100% capacity, it's still going to be one of those weird moments where how do you avoid people? You just
Well,
don't.
it's crazy, San Martins. We're back to talking about this when just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we're like, all right, let's open this up. Let's get going. So, man, it's like a boomerang.
It's a boomerang. It's a yo-yo. It's a it's a confusing moment, man.
It is.
And it is what it is. And
It is. You and
and
I
then
talk
we
a lot how everybody's all over the place. 1 minute it's one thing, the next news article it's complete opposite. How do you make good decisions for your family, for your business, for your kids if you don't, if the information changes every 3 minutes?
yesterday everybody was fighting, and it was kind of crazy because I put up the thing where the WHO actually put out a thing saying that asymptomatic people won't be able to um, the likeliness of them giving the flu out is very very low, and so I was like tripping out on that, and then I ended up getting fact checked by fact checkers on Facebook saying, "Hey, no, that's not what the WHO said," and it was exactly what the WHO said, and so I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm getting fact checked on a fact check on a fact check being fact checked, and I'm
Yeah.
like sitting here, I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So, anyways, scientists scientists from a different school came back and said,
Speaking of things to know. So you talk about people fact checking this because they're some of people are still home. Unemployment and that extra bounce ends July 31st. And then the other thing is they changed the PPP rules. So if you got a PPP loan, you now have till the end of the year to use the money for a gift, for a tax credit, not a tax credit, for a grant. So there's no reason that any of that money, as long as you're hiring people back and doing the right things, won't just be a grant. And so if you've got a business, I mean, this is a lifesaver for those businesses that just that are struggling right now. Like I said, I've never seen the porch that empty, San Martin. Like I've been there at this time, and it's hard to find a table. I'm shocked that it's that empty right now.
Yeah. What day is it? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday, midday Wednesday.
Mhm.
Who's to say, man? Maybe it was busier earlier, or maybe it will start getting busier. Who knows? But if you guys haven't been there, you guys definitely have to come it out. So, Eric, obviously a lot of the restaurants are doing something different, and starting to do, you know, other things, still doing takeout, still doing, curbside, stuff to go ahead and keep, business going. One of the cool things that is just came in, the barley.
We're losing you, bud. You're all froze up. Okay, I don't know when he's going to be back. I think he's saying something cool about the barley hound. There we go. He's back.
Yeah. I'm back. So check this out. The Barley Hound is going to be expanding their backyard gastro pub
That's an
and
awesome.
and a new menu.
That's an awesome area back there. I love going back there.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys what was sent to me. When the Barley Hound opened as Prescott's first gastro pub 5 years ago, the electric culinary destination was an immediate favorite for its bone marrow and duck fat fries. Have you eaten duck fat fries?
I have. They're amazing. In
Yeah,
fact, there's a place in Vegas. I go to Vegas just for those things. So I loved when they did that here.
that's I actually really do like that backyard, and that if you guys haven't been there, there's a back little canister, and they turned it into a bar. So basically, it's all linked up, hooked up to all the things that you need for your bar. So
For a while, they were doing ribs back there, like they or some kind of rotisserie type meats. So you go back by the bar, and the ribs would be sitting there doing their thing, rotating. It was really cool.
yes, and they actually are introducing the new menu that's going to be back there. They're going to have the duck fat fries. They're going to have the America burger, the bread pudding, fully loaded cauliflower nachos. I think
Ooh,
that's awesome.
sounds
Uh,
interesting.
for for 18 bucks though. For 18 bucks you're going to get some cauliflower nachos. So I mean, obviously, everything that's done there is from delicacy. So you can't expect nothing less but the great. So they I guess he's joining his partner, Chef Tony Burris. If you guys don't know who Tony Burris is, you're gonna know him by the food that he makes. So that's something cool that's happening here locally in Prescott. I think that's awesome when somebody just starts doing like more innovations, and I'm not mistaken. We've Mr. Reeves owns Rosas
Mhm.
Barley Hound,
Yep.
and a catering company, and also he's expanding the backyard. And then I think there was something else that he has, but I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, I think there's another restaurant, but no, I remember when he bought Barley Hound, not Barley Hound, Roses last year, and we were a little worried he was going to make some changes. And the place is awesome. If anything, it may even run smoother now.
Yeah, and everybody was actually scared about it. I was like, "Oh no, don't be scared. Don't be scared. That's not going to be good for you." And he says, "I'm not going to change nothing." So that was the coolest part about it. But Eric, I don't know if you've seen yesterday, but the Yavapai County Sheriff's Department put out something, and it was a cold case file from 33 years ago.
I was going to ask you about that. I've got that up on my screen right now. I
Yeah.
actually remember the case.
Do you?
I do. I do. I remember the case, and so go do your thing. But it was creep. It was always creep me out because it happened at Thumb Butte.
Yeah, and this is actually really, really insane. So it's been almost 33 years since homicide victim Kathy Spacito was found at a popular hiking area near Prescott on June 13, 1987. Kathy was murdered while hiking on the Thumb Butte Trail west of Prescott at about 7 a.m. in the morning. Kathy rode her mountain bike to the trailhead and began hiking up the path. A short time later, Kathy was brutally murdered by one of or more persons. Other hikers heard her screams for help, but no one could reach her at the time. So, gosh, man, sounds brutally bad. And that was
1987.
kind of
Yeah.
like the only thing that was given on this. But we could probably find out the story a little bit more. But you know what, Eric? Let's just follow this story. It seems like one of those things that you just want to go ahead and see if we can
So
find.
YCSO has put out a $10,000 reward for any information, and it's through Yavapai Silent Witness. So, obviously, if you know something and you've been keeping it quiet for 33 years, I mean, now's a good time to clear your conscience and call into them.
33 years and hanging out, man. I mean, that conscience is definitely sitting there on somebody's heart. Okay, so there's another thing, and it's just a media release from the Prescott Valley Police Department. They're really keen on those scam calls, guys. But Prescott Valley Police Department is still plagued with fraud calls. Residents of the town of Prescott Valley are still being threatened with warrants arrest if they do not submit money to the caller. So just FYI, police officers won't strong arm you online or on the phone. So they'll make you go to court and then the judge will strong arm you. Just kidding. If you do the crime, you got to pay the fine, man. So anyways,
Most
guys.
calls come from out of the country and out of the area, though. So be aware of that.
Yeah. So if you guys hear something, say something. That's going to be their motto for, things that are happening in Prescott Valley. So if you guys have anything that you see and that you need to go ahead and tell the police officers, do something. I mean,
Yeah, and hey, I did see your live stream yesterday. It looks like there was a concert in the park last night.
Yes, there was. They just started that back up. Downtown Business Partnerships is definitely putting on their shows, and it looks like it was Tuesday nights, Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe, or something. So it's called the Summer Park series. So that's kind of what's going to be happening downtown, which is awesome. Last night it seemed like it was a great jazz band. So Downtown Business Partnership is really trying to revamp the whole deal. Yesterday I went downtown and I actually seen a YouTube celebrity. It was kind of cool, man. Pranks, but he does pranks on things. So what he does a lot of skits, and so what he will end up doing is he'll walk up to you. Say for instance, you're wearing headphones and you got the wires. He'll walk up to you and he'll cut the wire, and and then he'll be like, and then the person would be like, "What the heck, man?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. You need some earbuds," and then he will hand him a brand new set of earbuds, and then he would do this on a random basis, and it's literally one of those things that he just loves to do. And I caught him downtown as I was passing out flowers for Allen's Flowers. It was amazing. There was like
What
a
was he
two.
doing here?
Huh?
What was he doing here?
He's filming a skit. He's filming a skit. So if you see some guy acting crazy or weird downtown, it's him doing it. And I'm kind of leery about the way that this was going to turn out because it's actually, like I said, I've seen him before, so his antics are kind to me, I feel. But the one that he's planning on doing might be very offensive in downtown Prescott, it's okay, I'm just gonna say it because you can go ahead and check it out on YouTube if you want. It's just that was epic, and it's the white trash skit. So what happens is that his friends are going to be standing behind a person walking. He's going to be walking down the street, and he's going to be walking into the person, and he's going to be saying, "Oh my gosh, what is up with this white trash?" And his friend will come out from behind him, and he would just like go straight to his friend as if he was talking to his friend behind them, and it's just a funny skit to me, but at the same time, I was like, good luck, man. I mean, I don't know if it's good timing, but good luck. so anyways, I like humor, but at the same time, I can't stop the man what he wants to do. So yeah,
Well,
so if you guys
hopefully he doesn't end up on the news, right?
huh?
Hopefully he doesn't end up on the news.
He did right now. So you guys heard it here first. If you guys see somebody acting all crazy, and he gets millions and millions and millions of views, man. So it's not like he's not being heard or seen online. So if you guys go check him out, that was epic. Hopefully he doesn't get punched in the face today. But today he's actually filming that. So if you guys are downtown, man, go check him out. It's gonna be kind of cool to watch that type of stuff happen. I'm gonna try to go catch him and see if he's gonna be see if I could catch a glimpse of him doing this skit. Um, and then yesterday he was doing pranks. Basically, his audience will tell him to do something, and then he will film it and do it. So yesterday, that's what he was hit. That's what yesterday was, and so today he's going to do the white trash prank.
Okay, so is he local or is he from somewhere else?
He's I think he resides in actually Phoenix.
Okay.
Uh, so he started this on the Tempe. If I'm not mistaken, he started this on in Tempe, down on the at the school, the campus, and he started doing all the stuff out there. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool to meet him. And then I asked him. I said, "Why do you do it?" He goes, I started doing it as a school project. Then I realized that it was actually fun. Then I realized that it can actually be in my life. And sure enough, man, he does okay. So he did a cool skit. This one really got me one day. He walked up to a house and he pretended to be somebody's long lost cousins or whatever, and he says, "Can I go ahead and pay your rent?" And they were like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah. How much does it cost?" And they're like, "What? I don't want to just give you that information." And then he pulls out a wad of money. He goes, "No, no, no, really, honestly, how much is your rent? I want to give you money right now." And so he's done this skit so many times, and it's just amazing. He'll walk up to people. For instance, he did it to his last skit that he did was a waitress skit where he complains. He complains about the food, and then he tips her $500. So he kind of does like one of those, like, I got you, but then he comes back with a blessing.
Yeah, it's like almost faking people out. Cool.
Yes.
Well, I'll have
It's
to
kind
send
of
it to you when it goes online. We'll have to see how well it goes over.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that episode, guys. So we'll see what happens on that one. I'll replay it when it comes back. So that was kind of cool. But once again, yesterday I went down to all the local businesses and just walked right in, and I said, "Can I go ahead and give you guys a flower?" And everybody was in there like, "Oh my gosh, yes, please do it." And so Allen's Flowers hooked me up with a bunch of flowers. I think I posted the picture. And it was a bundle of roses and carnations, and I just went down walking around downtown and giving flowers to everybody, and everybody was really accepting, and it was awesome, man. I ain't gonna lie, I think I shed a tear. I share a tear of happiness and gratitude, man, acknowledging that people are still being humane in our city. People are still being like open to, like, they're not all standoffish. You know what I'm saying? So Prescott is still showing his true colors, and expressing that the hometown feeling is really still hometown. So guys, stop watching the news out there unless it's our news, and then go and experience life as you see it, on a regular basis. So
Cool. Well,
that was
hey, the
cool.
last piece of news before we wrap today is the Prescott City Council reviewed the letter of intent yesterday. There was that big meeting. Bunch of people went down and spoke and saw it, and the council did approve it. So the letter of
They
intent
did.
is in place. It has been approved. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I didn't have a chance to actually watch the whole thing. So I mean, that's great news. Everybody seems to be happy. Save the Dells and the community that was behind Save the Dells, they accepted. So that's a good thing. So hopefully we did something good. Did you see what Cal Palguda, Mayor Cal, talking to everybody about the biggest question: is there enough water? And so he threw out some mathematical equations out there.
I saw his graphs. Yeah, he put out a graph showing
Kind of
that
said everything.
he put out some graphs showing he said hey, I'm not a whatever that may be. I'm not a scientist, but this looks like we have some good water.
Yeah. And he goes, "I'll go ahead and get you in touch with anybody if you have any questions." So then you can go ahead and be like, done. So, anyways, good things are happening in our community still, and I feel optimistic about what our future entails. So hopefully we can go ahead and keep the COVID back. Hopefully we can stay healthy, and hopefully we can go ahead and just keep on moving forward, Eric. I mean, there could be one of those little scares where, hey guys, go back home, scenario, but I really believe that we could actually still physically make this happen. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. I would hate to see Fourth of July go out with a bang, literally, because we had to shut things down again. So I'm hoping not. Let's just keep positive and keep planning stuff.
Yes, most definitely. And Eric, that's all I have, man. I mean, really, I feel like our morning show is getting a little bit smaller, or shorter. But what I'm thinking is this: is that as soon as I go ahead and get the established place, I'm able to go ahead and also bring other guests on board, so we're not sporadic.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me.
I think
So
we had a
basically,
I think we had a good show. It's still over half an hour.
oh gosh, I didn't
Yeah,
even know, man.
yeah.
I didn't even know.
That's what I was
See,
saying. It's time to wrap.
yeah, here we go, my friends. But if you guys want to catch more, please check out the PrescottTimes.com or just go ahead and join up on our Facebook or Instagrams. The stories are the ones that get a lot more attention. So make sure you guys see all that stuff. And all this information is getting pumped in from our local citizens in Prescott, Arizona. I only share and try to share what's happening here locally in the area. So Prescott, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, Dewey, Humble, all of Yavapai, the A63. We'll go ahead and share any information. So if you guys have something, let me know. I'll share it. And yeah, if you guys need a nice place to go ahead and stay, don't forget the Wilder House on Whiskey Road.
Love it. Yep. Be safe out there and have a good, healthy day.
Yes, and then shout out to our sponsors that are helping us on a regular basis. And thank you guys for joining us today. I really do appreciate it. Eric, I'm done. I got things that I need to get
You got to
prepared.
do your classic sign off, though.
Yes, peace, love, and happiness, guys.